In this lesson, let's talk about personalities and people in our family, friends, and how we see them. So when I took this picture of my niece, Stella, I sat down and played the word association game. What were the first 6 things that I think about when I think of Stella? And so these are the words that I came up with. And it's pretty funny. Some of them are random. Disney, because she loves Disney. She's sweet. And then here's my random word, pizza, because she eats a lot of pizza. Curls, and she speaks fluent Italian, so we call her Bella, and her brother Luki. And this is what I think of when I think of Stella. Now, how do we merge our words and let them take center stage and design? That's what I will show you today. So let's start out with hearts. And I wanted to use lots of hearts in a lot of different colors. And I cut these out using my silhouette. They're at about 3.5 inches at their widest. And I used scaled down patterns in the My Stories by My Mind Eye. I love this color palette. So everything that I used today came from this little paper pad. So let's start out by using this heart, and I could just layer these letters right over the heart like that. Okay, so that is, I think, our first approach, or the first thing that we think about. But how about if we cut the heart and highlighted the letters? So that's what I decided to do on the design, and we're going to repeat that all over this page. I need to cut out this portion of the heart. So this is a 1-inch letter, so I'm going to make a pencil mark here and maybe one right here. And we're going to take this entire portion out so we can frame out the letters. So now we've created a little heart frame. Now that's a big difference from simply cutting the heart in half. What's going to happen if you do that is you're going to end up with a misshapen heart. That doesn't look quite right. So let's create our hearts. I've gone ahead and cut some out here. And we will do a hot pink, black, a little bit of pink, now I did 6 because I knew that at least one heart I wanted a solid color. We want to overlap the photo just slightly over that heart. Again, to connect it. If I had left it up here, now that picture is just floating up there by itself, and we don't want that in the design. Okay, let's get our hearts down on this paper. Now, one of the reasons that I chose this dot background was that I can use it as a guideline to get these hearts down perfectly straight and give me that 1-inch gap that I need in the center. I use those to help me keep it all straight. A graph paper would also work. So I'm going to test this one out. We're going to spell out Disney in the center of this one. And we see that the spacing works perfectly. So now, taking a look at the design, I want to highlight this photo and put a few photo mats underneath it. So I'm going to use this die cut. I'm going to cut off a little bit actually, because we're not going to see that pink. I just want to see the lines mostly. Now I'm not looking to add more color because we have enough color going on here. What I want to add is just texture and layers. So we're going to do that with that die cut, and then this other little die cut gives us a nice different shape. And we will tuck that one under there as well. Okay, now we have our tag in here, and we want to add a little extra texture. And I'm going to do that with this small tiny bow that's made of string. And we will add that right to the top of the bow. So by doing that, it draws our eye up to the photo and it gives the photo a little bit more weight in the design. So we have a little blank spot here. I wanted at least one of the hearts to be for embellishment and not more text. So we're going to add these arrows. Those again point out our words. They give us a little bit of sparkle with the gold and texture. It repeats the string element that we have going on up here. And it dresses up that heart. Okay, one more area. This area right here seems very blank. This picture also needs to be connected even more into the design. And so how I'm going to do that is by using this sticker. And it gives us a little pop of black, some text, and it says, "Be kind and brave. That's all you'll ever need to be." It goes perfectly with a Disney saying and a little sentiment that I want to say to Stella. And so by overlapping it over the heart and the photo, we connect. And then for this little blank spot, I'm going to use this little chipboard deer. Again, reminds me of Stella and adds to the sort of a little whimsical touch there to the design. And that's our page. That's how we document people in our lives with a little game of word association.